One. Hi, we are back on the famous couch with Cody Two Bears, tribal council member for the Standing Rock Sioux. It's been an eventful couple of days. Very, very snowy here. Why don't you give us a little weather report, Cody, to start with? What's going on out there?
Right now we got about 40 mile an hour winds.
Wait out.
Yeah, we got about 40 mile an hour winds. We had a lot of snow last night again, and then a little snow today, but with the pre-existing snow that's on the ground, it just still looks like it's snowing because that wind just blowing that fresh snow all over the place. So the roads are kind of treacherous out there. There's been a lot of snow drifts, different types of things, getting people stuck.
You had to dig us out of the ditch, be honest. You
Yes,
had to dig us
last
out a couple
night,
times.
my good buddy, Soul Guy, got us stuck twice last night. But we made it home safe, and I think last report I got is that everyone is okay and everyone is safe. There's a lot of people housed in different community centers and also the concert area at our casino per night. So, I think we did a good job last night in making sure everybody was safe, and we all checked on each other. We're all good neighbors last night, so everybody did their part.
Great. So I think a lot of people are wanting to know what's next. There's been this victory, nervousness about whether the victory is going to stand because the pipeline company has put out some pretty belligerent statements about that. What's your read? Where are we at?
Well, right now, it was a good victory. It was something to be proud of. It was a great moment, but it's just a first step moving forward. And we understand of the Dakota Access Pipeline and what they released their statement. Their statement, they said that they're going to continue to drill no matter what, and they're going to cross the Oahe no matter what. And that's some of the things that the people here have read, and that kind of concerns them. And I understand that there's people that are in limbo here yet today. And I just want to assure you and tell you that moving forward in the coming days, I'm going to work diligently on trying to assure not just our people, but everyone that's here to support this cause, to make sure that the Army Corps of Engineers is going to monitor the situation. I want to make sure that there's federal officials up there to say, hey, what are you doing? You're doing things unlawfully, because they've been telling us we've been doing things unlawfully for so long. And so I want them to turn their backs on us and start facing them now, and to have them watch what they're doing. That's the first and foremost most important thing that I think we need, is assurance of mind to say we're okay, that if we are going to go home here soon, I want everybody to go home to understand that there's nothing going to happen here. But so in an instance, I'm going to work diligently to make sure that that's what the information that the people want out there is, to know what they're doing. Are they going to drill? That's what they said. So in the coming days, I don't have the answer today, but moving forward, I can definitely assure you that we will release a statement from the Standing Rock Sioux tribe to make sure, for our peace of mind and everyone's peace of mind, that they are doing things legally. And that's my hope, that the Dakota Access Pipeline respects our wishes, respects the federal government's wishes, respects Obama's administration wishes, and to know that there's not really anything they can do till the new Trump administration comes in. So knowing that, then I think knowing that if that's the time frame we're looking at, I would say that it would be safe to go home for the holiday, but I honestly can't tell you that today. And that's why I think people are still in limbo. And I can honestly tell you, I will work diligently in the days ahead to make sure that that is the case or not. And I will release a statement on it.
And do you, what do you have to say about the fact that the equipment's still there, the staff's still there? What's the status of that equipment at this point? I mean, should it be there? Is it illegal? Why is it still being protected by local law enforcement?
So my initial thinking on this whole thing, and I'm hoping, like I said, I'm just kind of telling you in a way, I'm hoping this is the way it's happening. But we had extreme weather after the decision here, and I know it takes time to move equipment out of there. And that's my understanding on why they probably hoping that they didn't pull out yet, is because of the weather. So I do not know what their plans are as far as if they're going to leave the equipment there, they're going to move it out of there, they're going to start moving you know, some of the DAPL employees out of there? You know, those are the questions that are going to come in the coming days, because I feel like that's important. We also need to know from our end on what their status is, what their statement is on their plans moving forward, on what exactly they're going to be doing. Because like I said, that causes a lot of limbo. We know what we're doing from our tribal aspects. That's always been released out there. Everybody knows where we're coming from our end. But it's always been more of a secretive thing when it comes from their end. And that's why I said it's their communication line on their end also has to be open in this time. So it assures all of us what's really going on out there.
And any words for the folks in the camp?
Absolutely. You know, like I said, it's been a treacherous few days here. It's been a good day, and today is kind of a weathery day. So, you know, I pray that everyone is safe out there. Those that are still coming in, those that are going home, be safe out there. The roads are bad. The wind is picking up. The temperatures are dropping. So definitely from my heart, I want everybody to definitely be safe. Check on one another. Check on the elderly. Make sure your kids are okay. Make sure everybody's warm out there. And when people are coming in and going home on Standing Rock. So the people that have come, thank you. You know, definitely thank you from the bottom of my heart. We're not done yet. This is just one small step moving forward. We have to continue to work together. Even if it's not a Standing Rock issue moving forward, it's another issue. There's been a lot of other proposed pipelines out there in and around Native country. You know, the veterans were here. I talked a lot with them, welcomed them to my community, and got to share some of their issues and their stories. And they want to continue to fight for the environment moving forward. There's a lot of groups and organizations that have come together in that way. So I definitely see with this movement, we created a lot of allies. A lot of allies where we're going to come together, and I think that we can get it done moving forward. We just have to continue to fight the way we've been fighting today.
And I've just got one last question for you about the divestment side of this, because there's a lot of people who haven't been able to come here, but one concrete thing that the message has been that they can do is put pressure on those banks that are invested in this pipeline. And given that the company is saying they have every intention of continuing to build where the Army Corps has said they can't, what should happen with banks like Wells Fargo, TD, they're the top 12?
Yep.
What should people be doing? Because there's a lot planned on divestment.
And I still think that, you know, the contracts are still there for this project. The investments are still there through these banks. So, you know, we didn't really stop the whole project. That's an area I think that we have a little time, you know, with the kind of limbo going on in the Obama administration to the Trump administration. We got some time there. I think that fight still needs to continue. You know, I continue to strive other tribal nations to stand up and divest, other tribal tribes and their businesses to divest from these banks. Mm-hmm. Everybody close their personal bank accounts with these banks, and still call them out and tell them that we want you guys to divest from the Dakota Access Pipeline and Energy Partners, and not just our pipelines now. Find out who's funding other pipelines. Get out there, get information, get educated. Let's start divesting from these banks, put them in local credit unions. That's the whole key moving forward, is because the change isn't going to come from the 1%. The change is going to come from the 99%, the way we live and how we approach life and where we put our money to. That's the first and foremost most important thing, as we start to educate ourselves on where our money is really going and who is getting it. And those are the ones that are starting to, you know, hurt our environment. And definitely, you know, like I said, continue that fight of divestment out there.
All right. You heard it. And I'm just going to say goodbye with Cody. And it's been such a pleasure. Cody put me up in his house.
Yes.
Actually, I think, how many people do you think were sleeping here last night?
You know, just a very good closed circle of friends that we've gained over in the last
maybe 18,
10, 20 years, you know, close friends of mine. And I'd like to thank you also for coming here to help my people.
Oh.
She's a tremendous writer, and I love her so much. And I got to know her, you know, in the last several days. She's a good, kind-hearted person. You know, my family honored her with a blanket for coming and helping our people, writing about the cause, getting the word out there. So definitely from my family to your family, thank you so much.
Thank you. And we even went sledding. You know, one of the things we're trying to do in the climate movement is protect winter. So I just want to tell you that it is alive and well in North Dakota. And I'm even going to show you a little bit of North Dakota winter now. Okay, hold on. Hold on. All right, let's do this. Going through the Two Bears house here. All right, guys, hold on. You're live on Facebook.
What about
Right,
us?
which is a real
All right.
which is a real mannequin.
All right.
So, do you want Chase to make
We're
that?
trying to protect winter, and this is how beautiful it is in Cannonball, North Dakota. Bye, guys. Thanks for tuning in.